Hey, this is Mike Barnes, the financial first responder. Hey, listen, if you haven't done it yet, please like and subscribe to the channel. All right, so let's get started because I got to get to the gym. Got to get that workout in. So I came up with a topic today, and let me give you a backstory. So when I was young, my grandfather was a contractor. He had his own contracting company. He was a carpenter and a minister. And I remember this story because I actually helped him on a job. And we were building some type of structure. And I asked him, I said, "Granddad, why you work so hard?" And he said to me, "There's joy in your work." And what he was wanting to instill in me was you should have pride in what you do. Now, I don't know how many of you have pride in what you do. But I wanted to read something to you that reminded me of that story from my grandfather. And I probably was maybe 7 or 8. But it came out of Ecclesiastes, and it basically says in the 18th verse, it says, Here is what I have seen. It is good and fitting for one to eat and drink and to enjoy the good of all his labor, in which he toils under the sun all the days of his life, which God gives him, for it is his heritage. Remember, we've been talking about heritage, right? Verse 19. As for every man to whom God has given riches and wealth, and given him power to eat of it, to receive his heritage and rejoice in his labor, this is the gift of God. Verse 20. For he will not dwell unduly on the days of his life, because God keeps him busy with the joy of his heart. So, the topic for today is the joy of labor. Now, let me say it like this. I came up with an acronym for LABOR. LABOR stands for learn it, apply it, build it, observe it, and riches. Now, you're probably saying, well, that's real unique. It's kind of unique because as the financial first responder, what do? I have to learn about my clients. I have to apply the principles of financial preservation with my clients. I have to help them build their wealth strategy and their plan. And then I have to help them obtain whatever they deem their riches are. So you have to have a skill set, meaning that you're applying it or learned it, applying the skill set, building upon the skill set, observing how well your skill set gets, and then the riches will come. You see, what I've come to believe that everyone has a skill. Whether or not you use your skill to build cars, fix teeth, heal a person, teach a person, create a product, or maintain a product, you have a skill. I believe my job as the financial first responder is to help you with your skill. So now that you have the skill, you have to do what? We said you had to apply it. Apply what? You have to apply the skill to a project. From a project, you must grow the project or make it produce something. You need to maintain that product, i.e., refine it, make it better, And then as a result, the riches come because you were able to produce something. You were able to get that product to provide revenue. So with that said, I'm going to say it like this. For those of you out there that work for the government or work for a company or you work for yourself, there are two things that we do know. You either are in products or you're in services. That's most businesses. It could be an intellectual product. It could be an intellectual service. It could be a physical product or a physical service. What I need you to start thinking about is, what is the transformation for your clients, for your customers, for your people, your fan base, your group, your niche, your tribe, whatever it is that you work with. I need you to start thinking about, how do you properly serve those individuals? Remember, I said that your reward from God is based off of your labor. Your labor is what you've learned, that skill set, how you apply it, how you build it, how you observe it once you build it, and then the riches will come because you did the learning, the applying, the building, the observation, and the riches will come because you serve those people you are here to serve. I don't know if this message touched anybody. This is just a short message before I go to the gym. But I wanted you to think about, when you're doing labor, you're not doing it in vain. You're doing it with the idea that you can help somebody. And I hope this message has helped somebody. And I'll give you one more story before I go. So I was teaching my children about labor. I said there's hard labor, there's easy labor, and then there's labor in the middle. And they said, well, what do you mean by labor in the middle? Labor in the middle means that you're in the middle of you're providing a service or a product for someone that you work for. And they're hiring you or expecting you to do a certain thing because they're paying you based off of a salary or a wage or hourly wage. When we talk about hard labor is a person who has creative products, creative services. They've had to think about it. And easy labor is stuff that you don't have to think about. You just do because you do it so much that it's just common knowledge to you. Might not be common knowledge to anyone else, but it's common knowledge to you because you repeat the task so much. So I started looking up definitions before I go, because I wanted you to understand. And I came across 5 definitions for the word labor. The first definition was productive activity, especially for the sake of economic gain. The second definition was the body of persons engaged in such activity, especially those working for wages. The third, this body of persons considered a class, and then in parentheses it says management and capital. The fourth definition was physical or mental work, especially of a hard or fatiguing kind, meaning to toil. And then the last one was a job or task done or to be done. Now, there are some other definitions of labor, and they deal with childbirth, and that's one of the hardest labors. Thank you to my mom and all the moms out there for going through that pain and that trial and tribulation of birthing us. So I'm not going to negate that, but I was talking about the actual labor of work. And some of you know that I will serve 1 million law enforcement officers and service connected disabled veterans with their finances via my financial positioning system and my Mission CEO coaching program no later than June 28th, 2026. I keep speaking it, I believe it, and it's going to happen. But for now, I want you to click the link below, subscribe, share it with someone, and remember, learn it, apply it, build it, observe it, and enjoy your riches. Till we talk again, it's Mike Barnes, the Financial First Responder. God bless.